Silam Tao. Silam Tao is the first form that is taught in the Wing Chun system. Wing Chun forms do not teach choreographic fighting sequences. Wing Chun forms teach movement and positioning of techniques and how to move one's energy down the center line and away from one's body. The center line is the first primary principle introduced in this form. Silam Tao also introduces the new Wing Chun practitioner to many of the hand techniques and teaches him or her how to use these techniques in combination. Silam Tao is the first form which teaches the practitioner how to move in a relaxed and flowing manner. What is SanSaiWingChun Kung Fu? SanSaiWingChun Kung Fu is not another conceived style of a martial art. It is a method or mentality in which my Wing Chun has evolved. The traditional Wing Chun techniques are still paramount in practice. However, in Sansai Wing Chun, when it concerns combat, it is not the literal technique but the spirit of the principles applied that makes Sansai Wing Chun what it is. It is important that the principles of combat must be translated into realistic combat techniques. Combat techniques should be executed using natural movements and not unrealistic techniques and movements that may violate the laws of kinesiology. Classical Chinese Wing Chun, utilizing a unique balance between ancient Eastern traditions and the modern Western mentality, is combat streetwise Wing Chun with a philosophy that will help you in your daily life. In Sansai Wing Chun, we believe that Wing Chun should be instructed as an effective and realistic self-defense art. However, it should be understood that the physical aspect of the arts is only about 10% of your martial arts training. Therefore, it is my opinion that Wing Chun should not only be a tool for effective self-defense, but it should also contribute to your pursuit for a happier and healthier life. The history of Wing Chun. Wing Chun can be traced back to ancient China within the Qing dynasty as far back as 350 to 400 years ago. The Manchus occupied approximately 10% of China's population and ruled the Hans, who comprised the other 90% of the population. Weapons were banned by the Manchu government. For this reason, the Hans began organizing secret rebel groups in the Silam Temple. Since the classical animal styles of Kung Fu typically took 15 to 20 years to master, it was necessary to develop a new style that would enable students to become proficient fighters in a much shorter time span. Since the Manchu soldiers were often trained in classical Kung Fu styles, it was important that this new style be designed to be effective in neutralizing the existing systems. 5 masters pooled the knowledge of their respective styles in order to come up with a new, more economical style, utilizing only the most effective methods of combat. However, before they could teach anyone the new style, a traitor within the temple opened the gates to the Manchu soldiers, and the temple was burned to the ground. Only one master escaped, a Silam nun named Ningmui. She later passed her knowledge to a young orphan girl who she named Yim Wing Chun. Yim Wing Chun then passed on her knowledge to her husband, Lung Bok Cho. Through the years, the style became known as Wing Chun Kung Fu. Silam Tao. Sulam Tao from the side view. Sulam Tao from the side view. Sulam Tao, Section 4 from the rear view. The purpose of showing you this section of the form from the rear is so that you can better understand the hand movements and positions while practicing this section of the form. Front stance. Front stance from the side view. Ready stance. Ready stance from the side view. Forward stance. Pak Sao. The Pak Sao technique teaches the student the Wing Chun principle of interception. Pak Sao, side view. Tan Sao. The Tan Sao technique can induce the Wing Chun principles of interception, deflection, and/or redirection. Tan Sao, side view. Jet sow. The jet sow utilizes an abrupt snapping movement and can induce the principles of deflection and/or redirection. Jet sow, side view. Lan sow. The lan sow can be used as a catching technique or a redirection technique. Lan sow, side view. Foot sow. Foot sow can be used to intercept and disrupt movement at close range. Foot sow, side view. Kan sow. The kan sow intercepts movement, increases the momentum in the direction of the attack, and lifts from underneath. Kan sow, 45 degrees, left and right. Kansao, 90-degree angles. Kansao, inclined to the rear, left and right. Kansao, inclined to the rear, from the rear view. Wu Sao. The principles used in Wu Sao are to redirect and evade. Wu Sao, side view. Tut Sao. You can use the Tut Sao to either ward off or break from a wrist grab. Tut Sao, side view. Bong sao. The bong sao can be used to redirect or intercept oncoming force. Bong sao, side view. Build sao. The principles used in build sao are redirections, interceptions, and deflections. Build sao, side view. Gum sao. The gum sao technique can induce the Wing Chun principles of interception and deflection. The gum sao is also known as the pinning hand. Gum sao from the side view. Quan sao. The quan sao uses the principles of interception, deflection, and/or redirection. Quan sao at 45-degree angles. Quan Sao, from the side view. Quan Sao, from the side view at 45-degree angles. Fuq Sao. The Fuq Sao can be utilized both offensively or defensively. You can use it to joint lock, intercept, or redirect oncoming force. Fuq Sao, side view. Hyun Sao. The Hyun Sao can be used to redirect oncoming energy. It also can be used to recapture a more advantageous position. Hyun Sao, side view. Tai Sao. The Tai Sao movement lifts from underneath and redirects oncoming energy. Tai Sao from the side view. Lop Sao. The lop sao can be utilized as either a catching or grabbing technique. Normally, it is used to pull your opponent off balance by increasing the momentum of the oncoming force in the same direction of the attack. Lop Sao, side view. Gao Sao. The Gao Sao can be used to intercept knees or kicks following a straight line or circular path. Gao Sao from the side view. Man Sao. The Man Sao is an offensive tool normally used as an open knife hand. While performing the Man Sao, be sure not to expose your elbow by lifting it too high. It can be intercepted at that point. Man Sao, side view. Front kick. This is a Chinese front kick, which means that the point of impact is at the heel and not the ball of the foot. Front kick from the side view. Side kick. The side kick is a very fast and powerful offensive weapon. You can use the side kick to intercept your opponent's oncoming force at the knees or the ribs. Side kick from the side view. Points of reference for the side kick. Be sure to form a side kick frame by lifting the knee to the level of your waist. Snap the kick out, pull your toes back, and make sure that your heel is out in front of the ball of your foot. The round shin kick to the legs is a very fast, powerful, and effective kick. Regardless of size, it can incapacitate your attacker very easily. The round shin kick to the lower left gate. A full blast, full power, full speed round shin kick to the middle gate could easily damage several ribs at the same time. With the proper conditioning of your shins, even if your opponent was to block your round kick, you could easily injure or incapacitate their blocking arm. The round shin kick to the middle left gate. On impact with your round kick, be sure not to come too close to either the knee or the instep of your foot. This could render the kick ineffective and can possibly induce self-injury. Stepping, spinning back side kick. When executing this kick, step forward, turn your heel up, look over your right shoulder, and snap the kick straight behind you. Be sure to maintain your balance at all times. Bone gurk on the left side, or from the left to the right lower gate. Bone gurk on the right side, or from the right to the left lower gate. In Wing Chun Kung Fu, the bone gurk technique can be used to intercept and or deflect any kick following a straight line or circular path. The yup gurk technique. This technique can be used to defend against round kicks to the outside of your legs, or the lower left and or right gates. Combat drill number 1. In this exercise, face your partner in a closed fighting position. Your partner will throw their lead jab while you counter with a pak sao with the rear hand and slip your lead jab underneath. Combat drill number 2. Face off with your partner in an open combat position. Sidestep your partner 45 degrees forward, paksa with your left hand, and counter with your own lower right hook. Combat drill number 3. Face off your opponent in an open combat position. Counter the front kick by redirecting it, causing your partner to spin off balance. Follow through with a low round kick to your opponent's lead leg. Step in with a cross punch or a hook punch. The kind of punch you use will solely depend on the distance. Combat drill number 4. Face off your partner in an open combat position. Counter your partner's front kick from the rear by evading and redirecting the kick. Counterattack with your own lower round kick to his leg and follow through with a reverse crossing or hooking punch, depending upon the distance. Principles of the center line. The center line is an imaginary line of reference used by Wing Chun practitioners in combat. The 6 gates consist of the shoulder line, the waistline, and the center line. These imaginary points of references construct the 6 gates. In Wing Chun, there is a difference between the center line and the central line. The red line represents my center line. The yellow line represents my partner's center line. However, from where I'm standing, the yellow line is the central line. Here we have a demonstration of the first 3 parts of the mukjong, or the wooden man form. There are a total of 12 parts in the entire form, and each part teaches a combat lesson. The mukjong helps the Wing Chun practitioner develop power, explosiveness, and fluidity. I hope that this instructional videotape was helpful to you and that it'll serve as a great reference tool for you in the future. The best way to practice your Wing Chun is to learn 2 to 3 techniques a day and then continue to practice them over and over until you become comfortable with them. Once you feel you have a good working knowledge of the techniques and exercises, you can then move on. In the end, your endeavor is to master the white scrolls of SanSaiWingChun Kung Fu.